Hello everyone, and welcome back to the latest electrolysis update from your hairy godmother, your less hairy godmother. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This is a support channel for all things regarding electrolysis permanent hair removal, of which I've undergone over 150 hours since April of 2021. PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, which I've had for 20 years. And hirsutism, which is the side effect of PCOS that involves excess body and facial hair. But hirsutism can also be caused from outside sources other than PCOS itself. So anybody, male, female, or anybody in between that is experiencing excess facial hair, this is the place for you. This is the support channel for you. And I have provided full transparency, up close footage, emotional and mental transparency, and physical transparency of my entire electrolysis facial hair removal process. So if that is something that may help you, please consider subscribing, but of course, enjoy the video first and then decide. In this video, I'm gonna show you some before and after pictures, which I just enjoy doing and I know that you guys enjoy seeing. So you can see the true progress that I've had so far from my electrolysis. In today's topic, I want to go over something that I often get asked by my subscribers and my watchers, and that is how the process of electrolysis affects the texture of your skin. I know a big fear that a lot of people have when they consider getting electrolysis is whether they're going to end up with scarring or hyperpigmentation, pitting, orange peel skin, a variety of things that could potentially happen because electrolysis is traumatizing to the skin. To answer the question of, do I have any of that? The answer is no. I have not long-term experienced any scarring or pitting or anything like that. The reason why I haven't could be a combination of things. It could be my genetics, it could be my skin type. It cannot go without being said that I am extremely diligent about my skincare and my aftercare with healing ointment every single time I get electrolysis and every day in between. And I have to contribute that and attribute that to the success that I've had with not only the hair getting cleared out, but that my skin itself has healed through this entire process. Now, that doesn't mean that when I got electrolysis and when I continue to get electrolysis, that I don't experience trauma. My skin swells up, I get red dots, I get scabbing, I get little dots that look like whitehead pimples that are just the reaction to the electricity going into my human skin. The key things are, don't pick them, don't try to pop them. When you come home from an appointment, your skin is exposed and open and traumatized. And you might instinctively go to cover that up with makeup, and that is a huge no-no. A lot of makeup, concealers, foundations have bacteria in them. And even if they don't, just putting that product on your open pores, on your open traumatized wounds, I mean, they are wounds, that is something you don't want to do. I mean, think of it as an injury. If you cut your arm or burnt your arm, would you put makeup on it? No, you would keep it clean. You'd keep it moisturized. You would put any type of a healing ointment on it because the key thing that you want is for it to heal and you don't want it to make some big nasty scar. This is the same. You have to treat it the same way. You have to view it the same way. If you do go get electrolysis, the biggest advice that I can give is the skincare. I have another appointment this week. As you can see, my hair is very long right now. I'm going to get this cleared out this week. And I will do a current up-to-date skincare aftercare routine of how I treat my skin so that I not only can verbally explain this to you, but I can support you by showing you what I've been doing. So I will show you a separate recent skincare video in the next couple weeks so you can see what I use. And if any products are something that you want to give a try, I'll have that all linked in my description box below the video. And they're even in this video itself. Cleanse your skin with a gentle cleanser when you get home. And use your hands. Do not use an abrasive rag or a exfoliant item or things like that, because the day of electrolysis, when you get home, you want to keep it gentle. So you just want to use your hands as a cleanser. Clean hands, of course, and just rub the treated area with the gentle cleanser, rinse it off completely, and then you want to follow that up with some type of a healing ointment. And that's totally personal preference. There is Aquaphor. Some people use other ones that they have available to them that I might not have access to here in the US. Depends on what country you live in. What I use and my go-to is CeraVe Skin Healing Ointment. And it has worked fabulously. So you want to finish your skincare with that healing ointment, and then you just want to let it be. And there's other little things you could do here and there. You could ice the skin a little bit before you cleanse it to help calm it, because it does get very hot and itchy, especially when you're in the beginning of electrolysis. When I first started, my hair was so thick, so abundant, that when I would go in and get the sessions done, there was so much trauma to my skin, so much concentrated trauma, because that is how concentrated the hairs were. So as you can see in these photos, it was so much redness, almost to the point of where it almost makes you want to just quit. But you just have to continue going and take care of your skin, and it will heal in time. Doing this skincare is something you have to commit to. And you can't just rely on hope. You can't just rely on what somebody else experienced that you saw. Everybody's skin type is different, and you need to make sure that you're caring for your skin with the goal of letting it heal. In time, those red marks, those scabs, the little whiteheads, the irritation, the hyperpigmentation, that has all always faded in time for me. Aftercare for my skin is so critical to that process. I did at one time notice some divots when I was first just a couple weeks out of a session, and it was in the very beginning when it was still very concentrated. But I just continued my skincare, everything that I've mentioned a million times, and it has faded over time. However, that's not to say that if you experience severe pitting, that it's just okay and that it's just something that you need to deal with. Because although in my situation with the pitting, it only happened after one specific session, and I mentioned it to my electrologist, and she took that into account when it came to my next session. She may have changed the needle size. She may have changed the method of electrolysis she was using at the time. She may have changed the severity. So these are all things for you to know about, for you to educate yourself about, so that you can advocate for yourself when you're getting electrolysis. But if you notice that there's severe pitting, that there's just scarring happening, you need to voice to yourself, to your electrologist, if they don't pivot on their own from seeing this. You have to say, hey, listen, I'm experiencing some severe side effects. Do we need to maybe switch the needle size based on my hair type? Do we need to change the severity of the strength and lower the level because of my skin type? Do we need to maybe try a different method to see if that's a little easier on my skin? So these are things that you need to know are options, so that you can advocate and voice this to your electrologist, so that he or she can try to change things up. Because electrolysis isn't a one type for all thing. Granted, it works for everybody, but the needle sizes, they have different thicknesses depending on how thick or what type of somebody's hair is. The different levels are there so that the hair can get treated correctly based on what kind it is, or based on how your skin reacts to it. And the method itself of electrolysis, it's there so that it can work the way it needs to for each individual. So advocate for yourself, do your skincare, and know that it's possible to have these results without any adverse long-term effects. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.